because the program itself can save people's personalities and souls, but it kills you to do that. So Arasaka took this like potentially humanitarian device and turned it into a way to remotely kill and imprison the souls of their enemies, which is kind of fucking terrifying. But
honestly impressive too. But yeah, terrifying. Now, do we know what Arasaka assassin did this?
Arasaka netrunner. So that's what Dallas. One of the first things he would do would be looking at Makaneko like, you know any Arasaka netrunners that run into engrams in the old net?
Is your brother in
Dallas's
that?
hackles raised. He heard
She'll kinda
Arasaka and immediately was like,
she'll kind of bring up that that's kind of standard Sokka practice, honestly. Like, if Arasaka is in operations in the net and they're investigating things and they meet other people who potentially are working counter to them or are trying to do the same thing, yeah, they'll just take them out.
Makes sense.
Because worst case scenario, they can claim that they got attacked, you know. But a lot of times they can just claim it on a rogue AI. You just didn't come back.
Is your brother in that Twitter? Shirokitsune?
Fortunately, no. She's saying that all the tech skills seem to fall on her.
Ooh.
Akira's good with a sword, but he's actually kind of stupid.
We hey, did we ever determine who Tetsukage worked for?
Lord
This whole
Akihiko.
organization.
Yeah, he works for Akihiko.
Are they
Akihiko.
Arasaka?
No,
I feel like they are not. I feel like they don't like Arasaka.
staunchly the opposite. Yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure. Gotta cover my bases.
No, yeah, good call, good call.
Oh, yeah, sure, yeah.
What other netrunners do we know? We have our
Bober.
Nico and
Nico.
Bober.
Yeah, Nico Bober.
Bober was
Yeah.
looking into this.
Yeah, Tetsukage, he is technically a netrunner.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Yikes.
That's the only reason I asked, because I remember him like helping with one random thing while we were in there, and I was like, he can net run.
All kinds of shit.
If nothing else, we take the information and then ask somebody we trust. Theoretically, Nico.
About that. Yeah. This still implies there is a Burke somewhere. I feel like you know the last clone is out there somewhere.
That was
Do you
the
think
thing.
it was-
So we. Sorry, we checked all the pods. They're empty.
And they were all deployed successfully. It wasn't. There's not like remains left from some that didn't, like Dallas were. Does this? So I know when they died, they were like when Dallas died, he released a signal that told this system he died, and that's what prompted the next Dallas to be born. Do we think that it was the last Burke that was killed, or one of the ones in the middle? Like if Burke number 10 out of 20, for example.
I think
It's really hard to say.
I'm under the impression that like 19 out of 20 is the one that died and got mixed with the rabbit. 20 out of 20 is still running around, or else he wouldn't have been able to record the message.
That's a
I
good
don't
point.
know how to find him. Previously, in last session, Dallas actually took one of those things that we got out of a Dallas corpse, and he like reverse engineered the signal to like create that ping you're talking about. So Dallas would like to try that again, just because that's how science works. You repeat things, just to see if they get any kind of signal out of that. If there's another one beneath this, he'll shit, and he'll just go drink himself to death.
Yeah. I was gonna say I would also like to highlight that we got a signal feeding from below up to that chamber from this one, which is how we found it. So there's got to be a source of a signal somewhere in here doing something.
So Dallas
How do we
would
get
take
to
that.
the lower chamber of the other one? Maybe just repeat that route here. If it's like
There was an
identical
elevator.
architecture.
I wonder how many buttons were on the elevator. Dallas will.
Regardless.
Yeah, Dallas will take out that piece that was. Oh, he doesn't have one for Burke. He'll do his best with the piece that he has that came out of a Dallas corpse to try to manipulate its signal to find anything
Well,
else in the area, or
and
to find a link
that's the reason-
to another base.
That's the reason I brought it up, because I don't know if the signal that led us to this would still be transmitting in some way if he could use that to his advantage since he doesn't have the piece of tech to try and do it.
Alright. Well, if you try to do the ping thing like you did in the last chamber, a very similar process will start up. Like, it'll go up, but then it'll also do the exact same thing. It'll go to start up a pod, no available pods. But you will get a signal coming from somewhere outside, which you assume might be the Rogue Burke, that he's up top somewhere.
Up top, like right above us, like the floor above, or like up top, like on the surface?
On the surface, it's a distant signal.
Okay.
Yeah, Mateo,
gotcha.
come here for a second. I might need a hand. So Dallas will point at some stuff, and he'll.
Sounds like
and him
this.
and-
I wish I took the cyber hand.
Him
could
and
just attach it
Mateo
and hand
work
it to you.
together to like make a scanner out of this, like to like so they can walk around town, like trying to pinpoint or walk around wherever they need to go to try to pinpoint, like a dragon radar. Been watching too much Dragon Ball Z. I want to make a dragon radar for this Burt clone.
All right, yeah. With everything you have right now, you should be able to do that. However, it'll be the same process last time. You'll need to roll the DV, and it'll take you 6 hours.
Oh.
So you can take.
Well,
So you can
we'll do
take. You can take the stuff back to the mass if you need to.
Yeah, we'll do that. Mateo or Dallas is begrudgingly discussing schematics of Mateo on the way out because he doesn't know how to do this. He can't fabricate it. Like he only has like the software.
Yeah. I got a 12. I don't know if that's enough to pass it or not.
12 is.
I do have. I was about to say I do have luck points if I need them, but
To be fair, you would only need 1 luck point to get it.
okay,
So,
cool. Bless you, sir.
Yeah.
If we're gonna do that down, or well, I was gonna say if we're gonna do that down here, is there anything else that we can look at while Mateo's working on that? I do want to just cursory glance at the locker room area. It's the only place we didn't check. It was in the other place. Lol.
I wonder if there's an old net access port. I guess there wasn't one in your place, but
Well, there was
just...
one in my place. That was the second one we found.
Oh, then yeah, we should take a look around for that. That's not like a net. You don't scan for that the way you do normal ports, right? It's more like a loop up. You have to
Wait,
physically find it.
What was the other old net port? I remember the one in the Black Mass, but
It was in Dallas's little bunker, right? Where he woke up? Or am I confused?
I think so.
I've been confused before.
No, I don't think it was in the facility. Given the nature of it, I don't think Militech and Netwatch would have just like an open old net port in their
That's a
top
good
secret
point.
facility somewhere.
Okay, we have one we can use.
Well, we will in 6 hours.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Part of me wants to like render this space unusable on the way out. Like maybe not the server, but like the pods and like the main chamber and the computer and stuff. I just kind of want to trash the joint on the way out.
Before we do, is there anything we can learn from the cameras on the dispensing of them? You know, whether it was like the 19th or whatever. I guess that doesn't necessarily matter, but I don't know if there's anything we can learn from this, like that's stored here before we destroy it. I guess is what I'm trying to say.
I don't mind to take a look. I think I have to jack in to check those things. Or is it just like a hacking check?
Jackie.
I'd say it would just be like another electronics, because I think it would just be going through
The
Just
logs
regular
on, like, the
seat.
computer.
CV files. Yeah,
Yeah, 19.
19. Good job. With a 19, you do confirm your suspicions that when the last Burke opens up, he's the one that goes over to the desks, records the file, and then mysteriously walks out. presumably to go murder all the Dallas clones.
What's the data on that? Like in relation to where we are? A few weeks ago, a few months, days?
Can't remember what I decided on that.
Eons.
Because I know it was before first session, before Mateo met back up with Dallas.
I see. I wonder how many times he's gotten you, and the one we met of you is just, another clone,
Sounds like he killed quite a few of the Dallases before they could be reborn.
Well, he killed several in the pod, but how many did he kill on the street?
Yeah.
Or in the net.
Yeah, I was about to say, and then that's much more.
I'm like, more importantly, how many times have you met Dallas and it wasn't the same Dallas you knew the last time you met Dallas? You've known him for a long time. I haven't known him for that long.
No, yeah. Well, really, we knew each other. We lived in the desert. I don't think that I think that whole time he was the real thing. And then, bang, bang, he shot me down, bang, bang. And we went our separate ways. He could have been, that may have been the last time I saw the real Dallas. Because the one we met at the afterlife that time had to have been a clone for all of this to be canonical. Not the word he's looking for, but
for those of you at home that don't know, that was a Kill Bill reference.
Bang bang.
I think tracking down Burke might be our next move. That one that left seemed kind of lucid. Maybe he's still that way. At the very least, figuring out where he's at may lead us to another axolotl facility.
So, do you think what happened to him made him crazy? Or do you think coming back to life so many times did it?
Probably a little bit of both.
Because given how many Dallas clones were killed, Dallas hasn't been revived as many times as Burke has.
I just can't imagine your consciousness having all those memories downloaded back into it over and over again could be good for you.
Yeah, you keep copying the save data. Eventually, some files are going to get corrupted, no?
Yeah, I seem to be missing some, I think. I can't imagine having all of them.
Have you checked recycle bin?
More than once. Actually, since they're there, does Dallas see any of his memory? Because this is where his bunker is where he got some of his memories back. Does he see any memories on this, in this data bank, in this bunker?
It'd be Burke memory, so yeah.
Yeah, in this data bank, you find Burke memories, yeah.
Is it worth it?
Upload those anyway and just see what happens.
I was about to say, is it worth it?
My name is Burke. Oh God.
Dallas over here like Mateo Otter even. Sorry, dog started barking. I'll leave him alone. I won't do it. If I could save them, I might think about it to look through later. But if I can't, I'll just leave it. I'm scared.
Yeah.
Can I look at them without uploading them?
You could.
I will take them with me.
Mateo helped Crave trash the place on the way out.
So I will save.
He's got a bad habit of trashing places. I'll look at Dallas before we do it. Be like, this guy, he used to be your friend, or?
To be honest with you, I always fucking hated his guts, or at least I thought so. But we apparently worked together for years on this shit. Don't route for the know how that happened. Like I said, I'm missing some pieces too.
Yeah. Have we identified what the goal of Axolotl was? Like they had you coming back. Was it specifically to deep dive into the old net?
Yeah, but I don't think I ever knew what they wanted.
But for, yeah, I was about to say, but for what?
It was tied to Project Cynosure. It was so you would have backup bodies. Or backup runners for doing Cynosure projects. So you don't know why.
Got ganked.
Yeah, you don't know why, like what projects you were working on, but you did find out that Axolotl, like, you found the function of Axolotl, but not of Cynosure.
I most only asked the question because when you see him on the street, I'm afraid the way that he's been acting, it's going to be a kill on sight situation for him. I just want to make sure that we're on the same page.
There's 5 of us. We can load rubber in our guns. It'll be okay. If he can't help us, maybe we just cap him anyway.
All right.
I just want to say it's a good thing that he said that Crave asked for clarification because I was just going to let him kill you. You know, it's good to check in on these things.
Sounds like a 4-on-1. And Mateo step in if it needs.
2-on-4 maybe. might swap sides to kill Dallas. Fucking that go, I feel like could go either way. It just depends on the day.
Let's watch. Yeah.
Anyway, my preference was, I agree, keeping him alive seems to be beneficial to us in some way, but if it can't happen, I'm not going to pull any punches.
I think Dallas calling the rubber bullets thing, I'm going to take one of my guns and load it with rubber. I still have one loaded with regular bullets, but I'll do
That's a good idea. Dallas will keep one of his pistols with live rounds and one with rubber rounds.
yeah, I'll do the Beretta with rubber.
If he has time, if we're back at the Black Mass, Dallas wants to look through some of Burke's memories while Mateo is working on the Kajigger. All pieces of tech are now the Kajigger.
The K-Jiggers.
Oh, Father Brendan at the Burrow, he calls anything like technological gizmo, and I fucking love it.
Gizmo's a good
The
name.
gizmo there, if you could take a look at that, and I'm like, gladly.
I still think he tried to recruit me into an Irish mafia when I worked at McDonald's. He's like, so Ben, how would you go about getting some money back if somebody owed it to you? I'm just like, goddamn, like how much money? Like,
Important question.
That's funny as fuck. I can see that.
I'm just like, so you want like a coffee refill or what's up, dude? Like,
Irish coffee refill.
pouring over the Burke Alvarez file videos, you don't really find a whole lot of relevant information, but you find just a collection of mostly of just Burke dying in increasingly horrific ways. You got some of him going into like an old net data bank, jacking in, and then immediately getting attacked by rogue AIs who simply upload information into his brain. And since these rogue AIs are just beings made of just pure data, and the human brain can only hold so much data, it just fries the synapses over and over and over again. There's some memories you find of him flatlining. There's one you see of a Burke and a Dallas clone fighting each other in a locker room before Dallas snaps his neck. The next iteration... Yeah, right. The next iterations don't seem to
That's why I
remember
hate you.
The other iterations don't seem to remember these. These interactions.
Like later
there's-
recordings, they don't seem to remember these interactions.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see.
There's a couple more of Burke getting killed apart. There's one that you find of Burke hanging himself in a bathroom,
Okay.
only to come back again and not
Fucking
remember
Groundhog Day.
and not to remember that he killed himself.
Killed himself. Let's see.
Oh,
So,
yeah, just slightly more and more deranged as it goes down.
so the file that you were uploaded with of your core memories does not include everything up to the point of death. There is a cutoff.
So there's a base memories data.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that
So
doesn't,
all-
it doesn't expand from like they make that from the first clone and then nothing else.
They probably take an engram from
Oh.
the original, and then they upload the original engram every time. So
For some reason, I was thinking like the clone could come back and like upload theirs to add to the engram, like, and so there would be compounding memory. But if each life is fully separate,
well, there has to
Close.
be some form of
Closed.
that. There has to be
The way
some
that
form
you-
of that because Dallas can remember, like he remembers
Everything
his
up
origin
till-
story. He doesn't remember the stuff in
Yeah.
between. So there is some system in place to cut out the stuff in between.
It's kind of like when you were looking at all the when you found the video files. It seems like it's set up in the way that when a clone comes out, he's introduced to what the other ones found. So, like, if they don't want certain information passed on to the other clones, they just won't be.
Interesting.
So where the fuck
Now,
does it go?
do we get a sense of what Burke was looking for in the old net from watching these?
Watching
Like,
these,
is
it
he-
seems like he's going into, like, old data centers and stuff like that, but it appears like he's just confronting AIs. It doesn't seem like he's really trying to get anything out of them. It's a lot of the time he's just recklessly baiting them into killing him, it seems.
Is he getting pumped with information and somehow passing it along to... Well, the Reaper A was the next to last one, so never mind.
Well, Reaper A and Reaper B are technically the same thing. Reaper can split
Yeah.
itself up. Yeah.
But he was like the next to last iteration of Burke, yeah?
Oh yeah.
I was thinking maybe, like, if he was an earlier one, that he was sending his clones to go get overloaded with info that he could now handle now that he's a digital entity rather than a physical entity.
Well, it's like you guys saw. There was like the second to last Burke got fried.
Yeah.
So when the new Burke uploaded, it was uploaded with the Rabbids AI. So not just Burke came back. It seems.
Oh god,
Let's see.
and then who knows where it went from there? Oh.
So the last Burke is Reaper Prime, I'd say.
Reaper Prime.
The second soul? Oh, oh no.
The last one.
Oh,
The second
no.
last one is the one that
The-
got fried.
The one running all this shit is Reaper Prime. The last one, he's in a fucking chair
Yeah.
somewhere doing all this shit. Finish your radar so we can go kill a motherfucker. Dallas has half a bottle of tequila.
Tink, tink,
He's not even
done.
sure if he's right. Yeah, he's not even sure if he's right, but he's gonna have half a bottle of tequila. He thought he was gonna find Burke somewhere, like all like, I'm done with this shit, I don't want it anymore. We're gonna get a nice info dump. Now he's wondering if he's gonna find the fucking Reaper in the flesh
Reaper.
in his
Yeah.
fucking
No, man, that's
chair.
why I asked the question. I was like, it's on site, baby. As soon as he sees you, he's probably gonna try to murder you.
Oh yeah.
We have a jammer.
He's probably. Who knows if he's even.
We're not letting him do that.
That's true. Mecha Mario ass hanging out in a bathtub, just like controlling mechs and AI everywhere.
While Dallas is behind the bar doing some shots, Nico's kind of on the bar, just kind of batting his shot glass closer and closer to the edge, and he's just like, "This has gotten pretty precarious, no?"
I want to wait till he pushes it just to the edge, and then I want to pour a shot in it and see if he still knocks it over. Because Dallas is, like a quarter of a bottle deep. Immediately.
Half cream, half vodka.
Yeah, this is getting to be all kinds of fucked up.
I guess that does raise another question. We spent 6 hours. We went to a meeting, spent 6 hours in the morning working on Joan. Then went to a bunker and got to spend 6 more hours. I assume that we're in for the night, unless we're just gonna go immediately after. We're in for the night. I'm also gonna start drinking.
Oh yeah. This was a kind of an all day. It was a day trip. Yeah, certainly. No, but Nico will look at the full shot glass, and then he'll kind of look up at you, and he'll be like, "I've heard of something like this before. In old Soviet Russia, we ran into this problem a lot. Doing deep net dives seems to garner the attention of the rogue AIs. Seems like with the deck crash, it was every program for itself. They started to consume each other and run out of space. There's only so much data out there. It seems endless, but the sea is surrounded by shores. But these programs, they're always trying to find a way out. Part of the reason I ended up in this body was to prevent that kind of attention, but the AIs seem to want nothing more than to find a way onto our plane. Seems like one of them has finally done it.
That's exactly what I was supposed to say.
Which makes Dallas the perfect fucking bait. At least for AIs.
Yeah, but I'm the hopefully I am the last one, and that is the last Berg. Maybe that's why he
that's
burned the bodies, so that more of them couldn't get out through me. But
Wait a second. Didn't we posit that the people in the cubes, Zelda for instance, might have also been suitable vessels for something passing through?
Yeah.
Do we think they were trying to build more?
There are multiple crates.
I don't think they intended the Reaper to get in. At least to those. But
That could be an
sounds like
opportunity they might explore.
something Burke could use.
Yeah, and wasn't
That-
the Reaper controlling the drones and the forklifts and everything else inside the building?
We thought so.
All the digital shit.
Which maybe we stopped that
What-
from happening. Maybe he wasn't able to start processing clones of himself because we got in there and started turning shit off.
Hmm.
Taylor looks untrustingly at the DDR machine.
That's the final boss. It just morphs into this big linear frame and
Womp womp.
beats our ass.
The DDR mech.
Looks like the shit.
Oh, God.
Bad Apple starts playing in the distance.
Starts dancing aggressively like.
I don't know what else to do, folks. I vote in the morning after Mateo's done with that thing, we go find whatever walked out of that bunker.
Yeah, all right.
See, before you guys get too settled in, Bakaneko will receive a call. But she will share with you. She'll let you know that she just was contacted by Lord Akihiko. And speaking of the people in the cubes, there's been a recent development with Zelda. She wants to talk to Dallas specifically.
Till I gotta pee. Can we take our break real quick?
Yes, yes, we can do that. And welcome back. Let's see here. There we go. Alright, Dallas, right before we went out, we got a call from Akihiko letting you know that the Oracle Zelda wants to speak with you. Letting you know that if it is simpler, they can meet you guys at the Black Mass.
No, I'll talk to her. I'll see what she has to say at least. I don't know if she can hand me the phone. I guess her agent's external. Or forward
Yeah,
the
you can
call
hand
to
it.
my agent. This is the future.
Yes, she will let you know that there's been a lot of things she's learned about her origins and her purpose, and it seems to have intertwined with your purpose. She says, I know this might seem confusing, but this might be something that's best to show you than tell you.
Why doesn't that surprise me? Is this something you could show us at the res?
At the res? We can meet at the res.
Alright. We'll see you there. You bring in Tetsukage?
Of course. Yeah, he doesn't anywhere or Lord Akihiko goes, he goes.
Lord Akihiko will be there as well?
Of course. He's the one that's been taking care of me.
Why can't we meet at the afterlife?
She'll let you know that this is something that's best to not be done in the public eye. She said it'll has to.
Alright. With Akihiko coming to the Black Mask, he covers the fight. He doesn't really. It's not. It's an empty gesture. He's not thinking it'll help. But
Zelda will let you know that Akihiko can be trusted. But this is. Said that. But yeah, point being, they don't want to do it at like anywhere public, really. It has a lot to do with the research you guys have been doing into axolotl and cynosure.
Bitch, I don't even trust you. He doesn't say that out loud. He also wants to know how she knows about that. All right, fine. Y'all could come to the Black Mass, but be careful. It's as compromised as everywhere else. Then he's gonna hang up. He's gonna tell the rest of them, let's make sure the turrets are fully loaded, please. I have a feeling that Akihiko knows more than he lets on. Himself and Zelda are on the way. Let's make sure they receive a warm welcome.
You mute him, man.
Rubbers or full impact?
Full impact. Fully loaded, please.
Mateo swaps. Just imagine there's like two different like bands of bullets that feed into the machine. He just detaches one, attaches the other. We've got them both ready.
Oh, craves half a bottle of whiskey in, and he just kind of looks over his shoulder. He's like, "Death comes for me. It comes for me."
I don't think they're deaf, but she says she seems to know some stuff we've been up to, and I don't remember communicating that to any of them. She also says she may we may be onto something. She may have some of her memories back.
I love you, Devin, and I'm not trying to be that way, but she's literally called the Oracle.
It's a good point.
Also, she was with the guy who came with us to the warehouse where we not first encountered Ripper B, I guess, but...
Oh, yeah. Tetsukage's in the know, too, yeah.
Let's see what they have to say.
Zelda, Oracle of Wisdom.
Alright, after a little bit...
Wait, I have a green tunic for this, hang on.
Akihiko will show up with Tetsugage in tow. They'll formally greet you guys. And in the back, it almost takes you a second to recognize her because she's a lot more colorful, a lot more alive looking than you last saw her. But she'll walk up to Dallas and greet him very warmly, and kind of look at you and poke your cheek a little bit, and then look over at Tetsukage and be like, "They really do look real. It's amazing."
No, that's just offensive. It's the pot calling the kettle black, there, darling.
Yeah, Mateo doesn't want to start shit, but you kind of look like a sex doll, you know? You're not one to talk.
And she's like, "Well, to be fair, then she kind of like shows you her mechanical hands. She's kind of fully bored out. Kind of like you saw Songbird in Phantom Liberty. Like, she's got like the face and the torso, but that's really the only thing that even remotely looks organic. The rest of her is fully cybernetic."
Yeah, you ain't got a word to talk. You came here to show us something. We're glad to see you're looking well, but we're sort of in a hurry to track down some stuff and things. He realizes he doesn't want to reveal the tracking down.
You mean the Reaper, right?
Dallas does that thing that cowboys do where he like casually rests his hand on his pistol. Yeah.
She'll kind of laugh. She'll kind of laugh and be like, "Tetsukage told me."
You said you'd found some stuff out. We've learned a few things. You starting to remember stuff?
Tetsukage will speak up and he'll say that him and a lot of the couple other Ronin netrunners have been able to get into her operating system and give her kind of a soft reboot. She's been able to kind of start back up. Go back to what she was originally doing. She has a lot more knowledge of her primary objectives, her abilities, that kind of thing. She's been herself doing net runs pretty much since you dropped her off. She'll tell you that you and her are kind of part of the same project. Axolotl is a little bit different than Project Oracle. Like, they found out in Axolotl, like, well, the need to start Axolotl in the first place was because, I mean, you saw what happened to Burke in a couple of the recordings. Like, the full presence of the AI is too much for human minds to even comprehend. It's not even an attack. It's just they step inside. They step inside of you, and you can't handle it. So they decided to expand on it a little bit and create what they called oracles, which are walking supercomputers that can communicate with the transcendental AIs, as they call them.
Oh shit! So you can talk to. Well, you can survive it coming to you.
Oh yeah, that was her original purpose. When the net crashed and all the rogue AIs went rogue, the main AIs, like a lot of the different world economies, particularly Japan, Central Africa, Europe, North America, their whole economies and a lot of time militaries were controlled by these large AI systems. That when the net crashed, these went rogue and became sentient beings. They started to think for themselves, have their own objectives, and they just transcended all human understanding after that. They came up with their own reasonings, their own logics that we can't even comprehend. However, the oracles are able to take some of that data from the AIs and kind of attempt to transcribe it in a way that we can understand. More or less, they created the oracles to talk to the AIs. See what kind of knowledge they have, see what kind of old net knowledge that was lost that they're still holding on to.
So she
laughs and pokes Dallas in the belly and says, "I'm you, but better."
Low bar.
Dallas will actually point at Mateos and like,
Don't say nothing.
Well, no, he's agreeing with him. Kind of gives him a nod. Like, he ain't lying. So does that mean you got a point? So how does that help us? Can you talk? Can you talk to or find Reaper A or Reaper Prime? Oh.
It's funny that you mentioned that. I went out looking for Reaper B and Reaper A as it appeared. And while I was out looking for those files, those programs, those specific signals, I ran across a netrunner. Now it's weird, I can't decide if this is actually a netrunner or if this is some kind of Ingram ghost netrunner that's living in the web. But it calls itself Recluse, and it says it knows you, Dallas. It says it's been in contact with you.
How many months ago was that text message? It's possible. I worked with somebody that went by similar handles. I'm trying to remember what Dallas actually knows better.
Well, the main thing that you know is that she was a close friend and partner to Rach Bartmoss, who created the Rabbits.
Let's see. Primary mentor after I see. Okay, yeah. So I had to read my thing real quick. Hasn't seen or heard from since. Okay. Yeah, the person that showed me a lot of the advanced ropes, if you will, when I was in the military, went by a similar handle. I hadn't heard from her since Arasaka Tower went down. You said you think you think a engram of hers hiding in the old net? Sounds a little bit like her.
Point being, she said that she noticed your chamber become active.
More than once, right?
Which is odd. Because, well, not odd per se. It's just a little bit awkward because it got me in touch with somebody else that I think you'd be interested in meeting, Dallas. At that point, there's a knock on the door,
Dallas knows this.
and this
Turret shoots it.
the turret goes to register this figure and doesn't fire.
Oh boy. Excuse me?
This man will walk through the door, past Akihiko and Tetsukage, up to you, Dallas.
Is it fucking
Yeah.
Burke? Oh shit.
He walks in with a big brimmed hat and kind of
Dallas?
over his face. He tips it up and says, "Oh yeah," he says, "Howdy, hoss."
Oh,
Jesus
fuck.
fucking Christ.
He'll say this. He'll say this shit never ceases to freak me out, and he'll also poke you in the face a little bit.
This
Oh,
ain't
this-
your first time, Dallas.